What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Talk. Let me just make sure audio's good. Audio looks good. How's everyone doing today? A little bit sad news today. Archie Bradley just signed with the Phillies. I believe 1 year, $6 million. I'm pretty pissed about that because the Yankees easily could have matched that. Or, listen, Archie Bradley was a guy I would have given like 10 years to. I mean, not 10 years, 10 million to. I think he would have been an awesome addition to the bullpen. I've honestly said it all season. I wanted Archie Bradley even at the trade deadline. And now the fact that the Yankees are opting towards guys like Nick Nelson and Brooks Kriske over a solidified arm like Archie Bradley for $6 million a year, now I think we could start saying that they're cheap. They're being really freaking cheap, and it's starting to get a little bit annoying. But shout out everyone in the chat. I don't know why the Facebook comments aren't coming up on screen. It looks like it's just YouTube. Let me pull Facebook up on my phone. But other than that, how's everyone doing tonight? Shout out Ryan, shout out Futai, shout out LA Yankee King. Kluber better be a lock. Hal really wants to be cheap. Bro, at this point, Kluber better be a lock. Because if Kluber's not a lock at this point, it's like maybe the Yankees are just cheap. Maybe they really just don't know what they're doing. And I've given them the benefit of the doubt all offseason so far. I'm like, look, I don't think they're that stupid. I think they're going to get a deal for DJ Dunn. I think they're going to add some starting pitching, and I think they're going to get some bullpen help, right? And now it's just like nothing. We've actually gotten nothing. Archie Bradley was like my small hope of maybe the Yankees actually care enough about this team to improve the bullpen, especially after we saw that the picture of him on the boat with the Yankee jersey on. That was kind of the equivalent to me as like Machado following Yes Network on New Year's Eve a couple years ago. I don't know which one of you guys remember that, but that happened. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's coming to the Yankees, coming to the Yankees." Clearly, all this stuff means nothing, right? What's going on, George? How are we doing? I swear I could run this team better than the front office. Piece of shit. Like, holy fuck. Yep. Yeah. Okay. 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 But yeah, $6 million for Archie Bradley. Now, I would understand if the Yankees didn't go after him if it was a Liam Hendricks type situation where I think the White Sox did overpay. And it makes sense. I mean, because the White Sox did really need to shore up their bullpen. But I mean, $6 million, 1 year for Archie Bradley, bro. What? Like, why couldn't the Yankees do that? And I hate to come on here and, like, be a negative Nancy. But, like, fuck, bro. We're really going into the season again relying on guys like Jonathan Loaiza, Nick Nelson, Brooks Kriske. I mean, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing, people? The only one decent now maybe is Darren O'Day for relievers. Maybe. I don't even like Darren O'Day that much. I really wanted Archie Bradley. Yankees need starting pitching and a left-handed relief pitcher. I think that's fair. I would prefer a right-handed guy to kind of team up with Chad Green because you got the two lefties in Burton and Chapman, right? And then if you could have two righties, because, listen, maybe the Yankees are banking on Ottavino coming back to form next season. Maybe that's what's happening. But at this point, I don't know. Yeah. Just get Kluber, Cashman. Bro, can we just say if Kluber signs with a team like the Red Sox or the Mets for a cheap-ass deal like 1 year, $10 million, I'm actually going to be sick to my stomach. Like, no, genuinely. I'm going to come on live, and I'm going to be sick to my stomach. Because at this point, I don't know what's going on. I really don't. As we've saw, like, these free agents and these trades fall, I guess, like, I've kind of, like, understood that maybe the Yankees aren't interested in these guys. But how are they not interested in Archie Bradley? Like, how? Looking at their bullpen, they really think a guy like Nick Nelson is a better option than Bradley? Really? Brian Cashman, what are we doing? Where's that picture of Brian Cashman sleeping? Because I just posted it on Twitter, and that's literally my mood right now. Let me pop this up on stream. I should keep Cashman in a little corner, just so he knows that he's just sleeping. Let's see. O'Day is too old in my opinion. Patrick, let's talk about the rotation. It sucks. I agree. Right now, the rotation is not good. whatsoever. There's way too many question marks. But I think if they do sign a guy like Kluber, it makes it a little bit better. If they don't bring back Tanaka too, it's gonna suck. It'll be brutal. But once again, they're banking on the young guys for their rotation. I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea, but looks like they're gonna be doing it, right? Yeah. Let me just throw this up right here, just so we know that Cashman's sleeping. You and me both, bud. I'll be sick and not into baseball this year at all. Unfortunately, I'll always be into it. No matter how many times I say, oh, like I'm done watching the Yankees. Like it's like a toxic relationship. No matter what happens, I'm always tuning in the next night. I'm always looking at the news. Like it's whatever. Like I'm in a toxic relationship with the New York Yankees at this point. Which breaking news for the New York Yankees? No news. The only news is that our boy over here, Brian Cashman. No, not that. Our boy over here, Brian Cashman, is sleeping. Let's see. When fans get back and any time Hal is mentioned or Cashman, just boo them. Listen, I could understand how fans are getting extremely frustrated with this franchise. I am for a fact, and it takes a lot for me to get frustrated with this team, right? And we're getting to the point where it's like, I don't understand why they can't do anything else before signing DJ. It's like the Yankees have their sights set on DJ, and realistically so, right? I mean, DJ was their best hitter for the past 2 years, and it's unfortunate that they can't multitask. I think I multitask better than the New York Yankees. Genuinely. The fact that this team doesn't know how to put eggs in multiple baskets and they're just going all in on DJ and nothing else. What? You guys are lucky. You're getting pissed off, Pat, tonight. You're getting pissed off, Pat. And also, whoever's in the stream right now, I'll mention it again at the end. We do have Unhinged Trivia tonight, 9 p.m. Same contestants as last week. It's going to be me, Para, and Anthony, all competing. Brand's going to be host, 2010 MLB, so stay tuned for that at 9. The Phillies are showing up. Shout out to the Phillies, bro. I mean, listen, I could see them re-signing Realmuto too. But they definitely need to improve that bullpen. And shout out to them for realizing a weakness on their roster, and they went out and patched it up. I mean, the fact that the Yankees don't know how to do this, though, it makes me upset. It really makes me upset. Like, I don't want to cry on stream right now, but I'm just a little sad, you know? Let's see. The rotation's not so bad. I just think we need one more reliever, like a number 2 until Sevy comes back. Yeah, sure. I mean, I think that's fair. I think that... I don't think that we should be counting on Sevy too heavily, though. When he comes back, you can't expect him to be your number 2. I mean, the guy hasn't pitched in like 2 years practically. So, listen, a guy like Kyle Hendricks, a guy like Corey Kluber, a guy like Tanaka even, you need at least 2 out of 3 of those guys. If you want to make sure your rotation is in a good spot until Sevy comes back, I guess, you don't want Montgomery as your 3. You don't want to have to rely on him as a 3. Now, that doesn't mean he doesn't have the potential to pitch as a very good 3. But best case scenario, you want him as your 4 and Debbie as your 5, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Schmidt later on in the season if he performs well in AAA. But that's what I'm saying. There's so many question marks in the rotation right now. You need at least two guys. 2 guys to shore up that rotation. Now, I don't know if that's going to be Kluber. I don't know if that's going to be Hendricks. Maybe Tanaka. Maybe Walker. Maybe Garrett Richards. Shout out to April Bench Yap for liking the stream. Appreciate you. Let's see. Who signed Archie Bradley? The Philadelphia Phillies signed Bradley to 1 year, $6 million. So, yeah. Cashman, you could get off my screen now. Let's see. So, do anyone think the Yankees should give up on DJ? I don't. Especially at this point. If the Yankees were going to replace him with a guy like Francisco Lindor, I could see how it would make sense to give up on the DJ scenario. But who are you going to replace DJ with? Andrelton Simmons? Like, that would probably be the best option right now to replace DJ with. And I don't think that he's anywhere near DJ's level. Also, I need to shave. Yeah, I definitely need to shave. Shout out George for liking the stream. Appreciate you, my man. Why are we relying on Sevy coming back? That's okay. Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely should not be relying on Sevy to be anything what he once was when he first comes back. We've seen this before. When guys come back from Tommy John, it's a process. You're not going to expect him to be an ace right when he touches the mound for the first time. It's just not going to happen. So you definitely need a couple more solidified guys in that rotation that you could count on, especially in a playoff run. If Sevy comes back in July, August, the Yankees could be fighting for first place at that point. So you need some arms. It's amazing that teams... Sorry, I got distracted by a Rosenthal tweet. It's amazing teams that you least expect to do things are doing more than teams that should be making big moves. It's true. It's definitely true. And the fact that the Dodgers just won the World Series and they still have a stacked team, and they're still in the rumors for all these guys, it says a lot. And the Yankees that haven't even been to a World Series since 2009, we don't see them doing anything. Brian Cashman is asleep. Hit me with the picture. Asleep. In a sleeping bag on the concrete. Look at this man. Look, I should just let him do the podcast, bro. What's up, guys? I'm Brian Cashman, and I do nothing. Oh, I love having fun on here. J-Ram. No, I think Jose Ramirez would be an awesome pickup. I just don't know if the Yankees would be willing to give up the prospects it would take, because I'm assuming the Indians would want a huge package for Ramirez. Now, if they could get a package together and trade for Ramirez and sign Kluber, I think that would be almost just as good as trading for Lindor and Carrasco, to be honest. I think it's possible, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't even know at this point. And Sevy's a number 3. We don't even have a number 2. Yeah, that's why I think a guy like Hendricks would be a really good option. If Ryan, you're still in the chat, Joe Musgrove, that's an option. He's not necessarily a 2, but he has a potential to be one. I believe the Yankees should trade for J-Ram. I agree too, Brian. I think J-Ram would be an awesome addition to this lineup. My only question is where you would play him. I'm assuming you'd put him at second base and leave Gleyber at shortstop. I'm just trying to think of like a package that it would take to get him in the Bronx. I'm assuming Clint would have to go in the deal, right? So we're thinking like Clint, Loizaga, maybe one other prospect. Maybe 2 lower-level prospects. Maybe like 2 minor lower-level pitchers. I could see that happening. But yeah, I think that would be an awesome idea. But then again, I don't know how into the Indians are trading him. So it all depends on stuff like that. But I actually want to look at which relief pitchers are still free agents at this point. MLB free agent relievers. Because I don't even know who's left on the market for the Yankees. I feel like they're dropping like flies at this point. All right, so 3 guys I really wanted, right? We're looking at Archie Bradley, Liam Hendricks, Blake Trinan, and even Trevor May. They all signed. And I think Archie Bradley got the best deal out of all those guys. So now, looking at the relief pitchers on the market, Keone Kela? Like, I don't know. Who else even is there? Trevor Rosenthal? I mean, Trevor Rosenthal is an option, maybe? Yeah, let me get you on the Kela train. I think he's an option. Who else is there? Right now, I'm looking at Kela and Rosenthal. Those would probably be the 2 I'm most interested in. But I think the issue now is, if they didn't go after Archie Bradley, what leads us to believe they're in the market for any free agent reliever? Because if the Yankees aren't going to give Archie Bradley 1 year, $6 million, maybe they're just not even in the market for a relief pitcher at all. I think we're not taking that into account either. So I'm just throwing names out there, and the Yankees are just laughing and showing me a picture of Nick Nelson. You know what I mean? So I'm just upset. I'm upset. Hey Siri, play "I'm Upset" by Drake. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to be copyrighted. Is Yates out there? Yeah, Yates is still out there. I don't necessarily think the Yankees would be interested in him, only because they don't really like bringing back guys they had in the past and kind of like admitting defeat. But let's see. Yeah, Kirby Yates is a free agent. I don't think he pitched at all last year though, did he? Yankee legend Kirby Yates. He pitched in 6 games last year. He had a really good 2019, really good 2018, pretty good 2017. Yeah, no, Kirby Yates is an option. I just think it depends on his health. If he had a showcase like Kluber, though, the Yankees would definitely be interested. Yeah, they brought back Warren a lot, but I I think it's different because Warren didn't really go somewhere and shine. You know what I'm saying? So Kirby Yates left the Yankees, and I would consider it the same thing as Sonny Gray, right? I don't think they would bring Sonny Gray back just for the fact that he didn't really succeed in New York and he succeeded elsewhere, so they're not going to bring back someone else's success, right? So I don't think they'd do that with Yates, but you never know. Brad Hand. Brad Hand's an option, but that leads me back to my other thing. It's like if the Yankees didn't give Archie Bradley 1 year, $6 million, it's like, why do we think they're gonna go after Brad Hand and give him more money? Because I'm assuming, Brad Hand's gonna command like a multi-year deal, right? He's not gonna get 1 year, $15 million. He's probably gonna get like, I'm gonna try to get like a spot on prediction here. I'm thinking Brad Hand's gonna get 3 years, $50 million. Just a little bit less than Hendricks. A little bit less than Hendricks. Yankees be better. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going to leave that there for a minute now. Watch the offseason be DJ and nothing else, which would be a failure. It would be a huge failure, LA Yankee. Justin, that's your name, Justin. Yeah, no, huge failure. And it's unfortunate because the Yankees are like in their prime of their core right now. And if they're going to waste it by not adding on to this team and identifying its weaknesses, they're going to regret it heavily in the future. Their pockets are going to be happy, though, and I think that's all that Hal Steinbrenner cares about at this point. Bro, if we signed Gardner for the money we could have used on Bradley, I'm going to be heated. Oh, my God. Why'd you even remind me of that? Because Brett Gardner's definitely going to get like 1 year, $6 million. Fuck. Oh, Isaac, you just ruined my day. As if it already wasn't ruined. That just made my day even more worse. So thank you for that. Fuck, bro. Brett Gardner's definitely gonna get 1 year, $6 million. The same amount of money they could have used on Archie Bradley. That's sickening. I'm sick to my stomach. Hello, darkness, my old friend, bro. Jesus. Jeez. Brad Hand wants a 2-year deal apparently, and teams want to give him a 1 year deal. I don't know. I see him getting at least 2 years. Maybe 2 years with an option. Yeah. Listen, the Yankees are signing nobody because they have to give contracts next year. Who on the Yankees is a free agent next year, though? Yankees 2021 free agents. Oh, I should be typing 2022 free agents. I keep forgetting it's 2021. Yankees salaries and payroll. Let's see. Well, this website's no help. I don't know. If anybody in the chat knows who on the Yankees is a free agent after next season, let me know. More and more, I fear that Guardy is now coming back. Why? George, I agree the same way. Like, that makes me sick. I'm sick to my stomach. Let me actually pop this on the screen to show you guys how I feel about that. What button is it? Never mind. Let's see. Well, at least I can hop. My Giants can trade for J.J. Watt and sign Leonard Williams. It's true. Yeah, very true. Archie Bradley was likely offered the closing role in Philly. That's possible. I still think that he would have signed with the Yankees if they offered him the same. Listen, we don't know what the Yankees offered him, but I'm assuming if they did offer him a contract, it was around that time. Tomorrow's arbitration day where teams and players exchange arbitration figures. So far, there have been very few deals. It's going to be an ugly, ugly year, predicted one top executive. Our arbitration is going to be very interesting this year, too. A lot of battles. Who remembers the Randy Levine, Dylan Betances saga from arbitration a couple years ago? Absolutely brutal. Let's see. If we make the playoffs and we sign Kluber, then Devi or Schmidt will be in the bullpen. Yes. Most likely Schmidt will be in the bullpen only because Devi has the experience. But 1 inning of experience, by the way. But I think it all depends on how both of those guys pitch this year. Listen, I hate to be negative Nancy again, but Devi could be an absolute flop. Schmidt can be an absolute flop. So I think it all depends on how these guys perform this upcoming season. That's what it comes down to. Ottavino and Britton, I think. I don't want to have to rely on Ottavino going into next season, though. I really don't want to have to. I don't... Listen, I don't understand why we can't have depth. Why can't we have depth? Why? You can't answer, because no one knows. Brian Cashman, unless you're in the chat, let me know. Let me know why we can't have depth. Judge is 1 in 2023. Glaber's 1 in 2024, 2025. Yeah, so we're not talking like next offseason. We're talking a couple years from now. So you give Archie Bradley 1 year, $6 million. I don't know how that impacts a Judge or Torres contract. No idea. After 2022, Judge, Sevy, Green, Chapman, Britton are all free agents. Well, that's 2 years from now. That's not this year. That's after next year. Well, no. That's after this season and then another season. So I don't know. And I think the only guys you might re-sign out of that, Judge might command a large deal depending on how he plays the next 2 seasons. Sevy, same thing. He's not going to get a big contract unless he stays healthy and produces the next 2 seasons. Green is going to get like a Liam Hendricks type deal probably. And who knows about Britton too? Might get a Hendricks type deal as well. I don't think Chapman will be re-signed. But listen, we're talking 2 years in the future now. I don't think any of those have to do with signing Archie Bradley to a 1 year, $6 million deal. Why doesn't Hal go out there and get the players? Back when Papa George was alive, he was on payphones and re-signed David Cone before he went to Baltimore. I know, George. I know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Hey. Wait, where's the sound effect? Where's the sound effect? I don't know what's going on. Hey, okay. Judge will make $10 million a year if he keeps getting injured. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We know that Judge has the potential to be like a $300 million guy, but if he doesn't stay on the field and if he doesn't produce, he's not getting that money just because his name's Aaron Judge. If he keeps getting injured these next two seasons, he could easily be looking at like a $100 million deal. Maybe even smaller. I don't know. He might have to take like a 1 year prove it deal just to prove that he can stay on the field. I don't know. But once again, we're talking 2 years into the future. Archie Bradley was something that was in the present, could have happened, and the Yankees fumbled. What could I say? I think the ball was in their court, and they had every opportunity in the world to get it done, and they just didn't. I don't know, bro. Because this organization is a complacent piece of shit. Okay. Still a lot of low risk, high reward relievers on the market. I understand that, but I think Archie Bradley was the closest thing to a sure guy, especially at 1 year, $6 million, and the fact that Isaac brought it up. They're probably going to use that money on Brett Gardner. That just makes me sick. I'm sorry, it makes me sick. Patrick, do you feel that since we have Stan, that could be a block for DJ coming back because how Stan's contract so big? I don't think so. Because I think the Yankees have like $30 million in free cap space going into next season, so I think they could easily afford a DJ contract even with Stanton. Looking back, obviously the Stanton trade wasn't necessary, but I think they should have used that trade and gotten Cole that offseason. But what are you going to do? Stanton is still a great player. And I think if he's healthy, you could say he's worth that contract. And honestly, it's not that expensive comparing it to guys like Harper and Machado. So, listen, I'm not a Stanton hater, but I do think contracts like Stanton, Cole, Chapman, yeah, those contracts are getting in the way of DJ only because the Yankees don't want to get over the salary cap. Let's see. Buster tweeted that Kluber's going to sign this week, and I did see that. And hopefully the Yankees are that guy, or that team to sign him. That I would be pretty pissed off too if the Yankees let Corey Kluber walk for another team. I'd be really upset. Yeah, I get it. Sucks seeing teams not make moves. It sucks. It sucks, especially when we're waiting all offseason so patiently. I'm like that kid in the class right now waiting for the pizza party, and we never get a pizza party. Like, when is the pizza party coming? I'm sitting at my desk. Like, picture this. Me, Patrick Hennessy, sitting at my desk in class, have my Capri Sun, and I'm waiting for the pizza to come for the pizza party, and it never comes. That's all of us right now. We're just waiting for something good to happen, and nothing good ever happens. Matt Bowman happened. Adam Warren happened. Socrates Brito happened. We got a philosopher. And Greg Allen. That's what we're looking at. Oh, Tyler Lyons. Let me not forget about Tyler Lyons. My bad. My bad, bro. Damn. But yeah, I don't even know what to say about this team anymore. It's just so frustrating. I never used to understand fans when they got frustrated in the offseason when their team didn't do stuff. But now I'm starting to understand, only because I had such high expectations for the Yankees going into this offseason, and now they're just proving me wrong on every level. It sucks. Yeah, definitely sucks. Shane Green as well? Yeah, Shane Green is as well. Yeah, how did Shane Green do last season anyway? Shane Green. Oh, he was pretty good last year. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's an option. I don't know. Just depends on what the Yankees want to do. Like I said, if they didn't give Archie Bradley 1 year, $6 million, I don't know how they're going to give it to a guy like Shane Green. I haven't talked till now because I'm speechless when it comes to the Yankees in the offseason. What's going on, Nick? How are we doing tonight? I'm speechless too. But unfortunately, this is my duty. This is my duty to come on here and talk. So, I'm speechless, but mentally, do we got a dark horse MVP on the team? Clint Frazier. I've said it so many times. When Clint Frazier gets the opportunity, he has the potential to be one of the best hitters in the league. And I stand by that. Now that his defense is awesome too, watch out for Clint Frazier next year. I think he's the most underrated hitter in that lineup right now. And watch out for him. That's all I'm going to say. Like, we were all sitting in class with our soda or any drink waiting for the pizza to come, and the teacher's telling us to fuck off. That's literally what it is. It's like, I'm waiting for my pizza, and, like, the teacher's, like, talking about George Washington. Like, I don't care. I just want my pizza. Like, just give me DJ LeMahieu. I don't care about Matt Bowman. I think we will get Kluber. Rocco, I hope so. I really hope so. Because if they don't, I might just cry on stream. Like, the level of frustration I'm at right now, times that by 10, and that's where I'll be at when I go live if Kluber signs with another team. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're watching on. Stay tuned for that in case Kluber signs with another team or DJ signs with another team. That would be the worst. That would probably be the worst live of all time. Maybe worse than the post game we did after Game 5 of the ALDS. If ever there needs to be a riot, Yankee fans need to riot in front of Cashman's office at Yankee Stadium. Unfortunately, a lot of people would not show up because a lot of people still support Cashman in anything that he does. I'm not one of those people. If I think that the organization is doing an awful job in improving the team, I'm going to call them out on it. I'm not like one of those Yankee fanboys who's just going to be like, yeah, Yankees the best no matter what. No. That's just not me. If I'm not a fan of something, I'll call the team out on it. Like, Steve Cohen is an awesome owner. I wish he was the owner of the Yankees. I bet you DJ LeMahieu signs with the Cardinals for 5-year, $100 million deal. I hope not, LA Yankee King. I hope not. I'll watch the Yankees make it to the World Series with this team because I will laugh. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised. Seems like every year it's never the best team on paper that makes it to the World Series. Unless we're talking about the Dodgers last year. But like the 2019 Nationals, who would have predicted them to win the World Series? So it's random. I'm never going to count the Yankees out in anything. But frustration has reached another level. Yeah. I think that's going to wrap things up for this live, only because I just want to hop on here for a little bit, talk about Archie Bradley. Everyone in the chat, we do have Unhinged trivia tonight, 9 p.m., a little less than 3 hours from now. It's going to be me, Anthony Para, all competing. Brandon's hosting. 2010 MLB, it's always a good time on trivia, so stay tuned for that in a couple hours. You guys know the deal. Appreciate you all. Let's see. I will be going live again tomorrow. Tomorrow probably around like 8 or 9, so stay tuned for that. Also tonight after trivia we got twitch.tv/unhingednewyork. We got a whole bunch of content. No matter what you guys are following on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for all of our lives and podcasts and all that. Yeah, awesome. So see you guys later at 9 for trivia, and you guys know the deal. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Peace out, everyone.